some reveal coming in about a week?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You want to let everyone know exactly what that is? Because I was excited as soon as I heard that, and I heard the French town, and it was just like, oh, okay, lovely.
Oh yeah. So basically, we've got our first massive urban map coming. It's a French town called Sainte, and it's very famous because a lot of the paratroopers on D-Day landed on the town or around the town. And you'll see that within the map. You'll see the gliders, you'll see the parachutes. And one of the paratroopers famously got caught on the spire of the church for like basically the entire battle or the entire landing period. But yeah, for us, this map is probably the best map we feel we've ever made in the game. It's got really great urban areas. I say that knowing that it's not me who mapped it. Our really talented lead mapper, Will, who largely took over the process and has done just such an amazing job on it. So it's really urban. You've got great sort of sightlines for vehicles, and I think it's going to be something that if people like Omaha, then this map is the one for them. Like this is it. So we're super excited. We're also doing a lot of stuff now where, obviously, offensive mode.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing an offensive mode for the Germans, an offensive mode for the Americans for every map, and then obviously the warfare mode as well for every map. And so those will fit into our grand kind of campaign metagame. And so Sainte, we're aiming to have that released with potentially a night offensive mode for the Germans. So that'll have the map at night. And then a daylight warfare mode for both teams, obviously. So yeah, we've got so much stuff coming. We've got 2 more maps in the works.
There's a lot of the attention to detail to the respect of the whole war itself. One thing you've just said there, which kind of made that all stand out, is the fact you were talking about the paratrooper on the church that spent the time. So are we actually going to see that paratrooper? Is it going to be?
We won't have the paratrooper himself on the church, because we want to kind of give you the idea that this conflict that you're fighting in and within the map could be that, that includes that paratrooper as one of you. But we do have we've got the parachute rig on the spire, modelled onto the spire. The church is like, we're going to be overhauling all the churches in the game. At the moment, we feel they're really weak in a play space. The player base hasn't said anything about them, but we know that we can push them to a really high quality level. And you'll start to see that within Sainte, and then those changes will roll out to the other maps. But we've done so much research on how the church is designed, the types of pews they have, altars, pulpits, all this sort of stuff. Because what our aim for the game is to make it a lot of miniature games inside one big game, So when you go into the church now, it becomes a battle zone of its own, and there's cover points, and it's really significant and worth holding the church. So you'll see that on Sainte. That's kind of where we've gone kind of all out, and then we'll roll those changes back. And so for us, something we're really keen to do is actually look back at our maps during the early access period and really bring them to the full quality that we know they can be. We actually personally feel that there are some maps that could really do with an overhaul, so we're gonna look at doing it. Definitely. Just bringing it all up to par, making sure that, like, ideally there's no World War II experience that you'd rather play. That's how we're doing.
So it sounds like you've got basically your future insight.
Yeah.
For Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, there's so much stuff both that we committed to in the Kickstarter, and then that we've spoken to the community about, and that we ourselves want to do. We love it. My grandfather flew in the RAF as a pilot of a Spitfire. My Russian colleagues, one of his grandfathers was lost on the Eastern Front, and my other American colleague, his grandfather was on a flagship in the Channel on D-Day. So there's a very deep connection to us with the history, with the conflict, and it's so interesting. There's so many aspects to explore, and if we're lucky enough to have a really supportive community, which we do, then and commercially we can keep developing it. Yeah. Well, then that's all we're going to do. We're looking at We're overhauling all of the first person perspective at the moment. The hands are quite large. All of that's already kind of overhauled in a separate branch. All the animations are now procedural, so really reaching a kind of a AAA quality of fluidity that you would see in, I don't want to mention any title names, but let's just think about the really big AAA first-person shooters.
I did hear that me and you are kind of on par with one thing, and that's the M1 brand Force Reload.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that is what every time I play it and I get the M1 brand, I'm like, I hate this gun just because I can't have a Force Reload.
Yes.
Get into the last bullet and then having to go just shoot it randomly. Just shoot it from it.
Oh yeah, big time. So yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So part of the animation overhaul system is including the ability for you to partially reload your M1 Garand, like pull back the slide and then like force feed the rounds into the mag, but we've also got a whole ton of other stuff. Like there's a lot of nice stuff in there now, like moving your weapon and turning from side to side will have momentum on the weapon. Sprinting will slightly affect your accuracy if you come straight out of a sprint. But what our aim will be is, as we come out of early access, we've kind of managed to polish all this stuff. Our aim is to exactly do that. Create a training range, create a training map, a boot camp, where we can put you through boot camp for each role. And so the players largely can kind of get in the game and know what's what, who's who, and who's who. But then obviously, the community are happy to help them once they're in. There are finer strategic points, finer tactical points to learn. There are different metas to kind of try out on maps per game mode. It's amazing that people are training people in the game. Ideally, once we feel like everything's kind of solid, we'll then do that training. It's so nice as well to get in and like try out the different vehicles. Oh yeah, exactly.
Then you do get the advanced skill set, the advanced tactics which everyone uses. I'll jump in a game, and if I've got a new squad, if I've got new players, first thing I'm doing is I'll be the officer, you're the support. You put me in and I'll simply before and after the objective. Yeah. What is the attack, what is the defense?
Exactly.
You've got the tactics which may or may not work out, but at the end of it, you've got the link which in target testing, and you know how to do it, but some things are not won't come from the game itself, it'll come from the players.
Yeah, and I think our job is not to tell you how to play the battle, so it's so awesome to see, because we use those tactics that you just described, the attack and the defense garrison. We the devs are like, everyone's just, give me support, I'm the officer, like that's what we're doing. So it's so awesome to see that the community are figuring this stuff out and using it to great effect. Yeah, like 100%. We watched a video, a tutorial talking about the strategy. I think Godsend made a tutorial, and I was like, this is literally exactly what we do. This is how we play. So it's so exciting to see that stuff, and I think that fortunately player counts are really good, and we think there's a couple of things we're going to be doing in the future that will increase replayability, that will make people really kind of engage with it long term, hopefully. And we're going to just be adding more stuff, but fitting it into this meta in a way that just gives you more breadth of experience. There's new stuff you can do, like we're going to do trench guns, we've got flamethrowers coming. We're about to introduce a loadout system where, if you play support, thank you for all the support players. But if you play support, you can now, if you play it enough, you get to like level 2 of the support role. You'll be able to unlock a new primary weapon loadout and a couple of other things in there. Maybe a flamethrower. So that's it. Yeah. So we're really excited to kind of show people what's going on. I mean, we're just thrilled people are loving the game as it is right now. We know and we can see how much stuff we're going to do. Like, we've already got like 7 or 8 different vehicles made per force. So we've got 16 vehicles ready to go. We're just working on making sure that the experience is super polished, making sure that we don't introduce something that we then have to apologize for is always something we're trying to avoid. But between now and leaving early access, like, we are just going to try and bury the community in content. That is and bug fixes and polish. Oh, I'm really glad. I'm glad you're finding. Well, this is what's so amazing is, obviously we listen to the community and we see it, but a lot of the time we watch the community feedback and we're like, and we look at our notes and we've already got it planned or maybe even already built. And it's so awesome to see that the community is of one mind with us on the stuff that needs to happen, you know. And it's our job, obviously, to protect that trust, to make sure that we don't, you know, we make sure we don't do something silly. I mean, we know what the core experience is now. We know what people like. We're not going to mess with the recipe, but what we want to do is give you more ingredients. You know, that's the big thing. Polish it up, keep it going.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate it. Yeah.
It's a big shock that
Oh yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like, we were just developing the title. We did the Kickstarter. We were developing the title. Like, the team is spread out all over the world. I've moved to the UK in order to kind of be on the same, be on a better time zone than being in Australia, which is not fun. But yeah, no, the Team 17 guys. Yeah, when they first reached out to me, I was really shocked. Exactly. Worms, like Overcooked, Escapists. I was like, this is very new for you guys. But yeah, I mean, it's been a fantastic partnership. The QA that they give us for this type of game is unbelievable. You know, like the reason, as you said, the game isn't crippled by any really terrible bugs. There are definitely bugs, but you know,
it's not green.
Exactly.
Yeah. The bugs which you will encounter, but they are not going to restrict you from actually playing the game.
Yeah, totally.
It's not a case of, you know, you throw a grenade and then it rubber bands back to you or nothing. That's not the bugs that you see. The bugs that you see is really invisible walls and trees where you're trying to run past and say, look, you've got to run right here.
Yeah.
But you can still do what you need to do, go where you need to go, kill what you need to kill, or die where you need to die, really.
Oh yeah, exactly right. I mean, and that really is like testament to Team 17's like quality assurance testing. Like, we're a small team. Like, I can't even explain how stressful it would be for us to go through and make sure every single thing. Like, you just can't. It's crazy.
Especially before patch. The little things like that. If you're going to release a pack and you've got little things like that. If the pack works, then it comes out and people are really enjoying it. Success.
Yes, exactly.
You know, all the little bits and pieces can be polished out at the end. But at the end of the day, the game is in early access. It's not released, you know, as a massive AAA price.
Yeah.
It's not £50, £60 and then obviously asking for loot boxes every couple of months. It's a good price for the game. It's playable and everybody is able to come on and have fun on it.
Yeah.
I think with the free weekend, that got a lot more people interested in it. Obviously during the free weekend, I was there streaming it.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Showing everyone this is really neat to get it. And when you've got people asking, what's the game about? Give it a try.
Yeah, that is the best way of
Best
way of figuring it out. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Oh well, no, look, thanks so much for your support. It's honestly, it means a huge amount, and we can connect up on Discord and have a chat as well, like ongoing, because I think there's a lot. Yeah.
I think obviously one thing for the future will be because I've seen quite a few content creators playing the game. I think we should all get our somewhere and get a big game.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah, something like that. Because that's basically the one thing that I found the game really bored of.
Yeah.
Bring it to more real games.
Yeah.
It's not. That's the thing between the game. I don't want things. I don't want things, different things doing or nothing else.
Yeah. Well, look, we're in a good spot now. We're really happy with like what's happening to current players. I don't know if you saw, but Jack Frags on YouTube just released a video about us yesterday playing Omaha. So I think from us as a dev team, strategically, we know how much content there is, and the fact that we've got this many players now is really great. It's not surprising, but it's great. You've got so much more in the future, and exactly as you said, I think like there are going to be some significant points where getting everyone together, getting all content creators, getting all streamers together will be a lot of fun. I think. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I'm involved in the community world is also basically got 6,000 members in this gaming community. So obviously the first thing I've done when I've streamed today is I've reached reached out to them and basically told them, right, have a watch of this, have a look at this, because we are going to get something going on this. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing myself is getting the community involved in games and trying to get basically a full server build. Is that one thing that you saw? I think that's what you're doing at the moment, is that you've got dedicated servers you can get.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that you can host. Yeah, I mean, we went with the dedicated. It's basically for performance reasons. Obviously, 100-player game is. I feel like we should have made it look harder.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what did you think of that interview with Max, the lead developer of Hell Let Loose? Everything sounds absolutely amazing that he was saying. Coming from the M1 Grand, getting an overhaul, the new map, Sainte, Église, new weapons, new vehicles. Oh, it just sounded so amazing. One of the things he did also say was that they are looking to release a new map every couple of months or every month, so they are hoping to absolutely smash it before early access is finished with. But let me know in the comments what you feel. As always, I will see you all in the next video. Love you all. Bye.